Kia ora koutou, no mai haere mai, and welcome to Frogs on Friday. We have an excellent special guest today, so I'm excited about the show. We'll go through our usual Mahi Media, go through some of our hot jobs from the week, and then I have special guest Blair Cashin from Hnry. So Hnry is an award-winning accounting firm for independent contractors, and Blair, their partnership manager, is joining us to give some tips and advice for any of the current independent contractors or perhaps those who are considering the move and how they can help with all things tax related. Okay, so let's jump into Mahi Media. All right, so first up, just to keep it a little light this week, we had a mention in the HRD article, and it was a bit of a follow-up from an earlier article that Frog has done on how Kiwis are getting more relaxed and, well, some would actually say a little bit lazy working from home, where we found people were snacking more, exercising less, and keeping it pretty casual in terms of work from home attire. So we were asked to see if our casual work from home wardrobe was sneaking its way into the office now that a lot of us are in hybrid working and making our way back into the office environment. So specifically we asked, is it okay to wear sneakers in the office? And well, an overwhelming 84% said, yeah, that's sweet as. So this is a big shift from, the days of old and the expectation to be suited and booted for work. Now, I guess the suited and booted, the boots are more likely to be Ugg boots, particularly if you're working from home these days. So comfort is definitely the priority. And as you can see, I thought I'd go along with the trend and embrace Casual Friday, as well as to give a shout out to the All Blacks. Good on you, ABs. Well done. And it's not just to rub it into the group director, Mark Smith, from People to People. That's just an added bonus from there. Now, I thought I'd switch it up a bit. I couldn't go through Mahi Media today without mentioning the GDP results. So we'd been waiting on these results with bated breath. So if you have two consecutive quarters with negative growth, that's considered to be a recession. So there's been lots of talk over the year, really, in terms of whether or not New Zealand would go into recession. And after the previous quarters, quite big dip there. So interesting to see the results on the graph here. So the teal blocks, I guess you can say, those are the results per quarter. So you can see that we've increased, and the yellow line are the year-on-year results. So we are increasing overall, but good to see it pop back up over the line, so that we've managed to scrape away and avoid that recession. And we're also starting to see business confidence improve. So it's looking good for things ahead. Okay, so let's go through and have a look at some of the jobs that we have on offer this week. All right, so first up we have Po Arataki, Director for Māori. This one is based in Wellington, and quite a range on the salary, so looking between that space of 180 to 240k. So this is working within a government agency and reporting to the CE with 2 direct reports, and really focuses around everything pertaining to Te Ao and Tikanga Māori principles. So looking for someone who's able to engage with leaders within the organisation, as well as iwi leaders, tangata whenua, and different public service organisations. So really privileged to be able to be working on this position. If you are interested or have a referral, please get in touch with Sophia Hubin or with Caroline Pryor from our Wellington office. Okay, bit of a switch and tack here. So an assistant store manager based in Glenfield in Auckland. This is a permanent role offering 58 to 60k in base salary. And this one, looking for someone who has that experience within a retail environment, managing both staff and operations. If you're interested in this role, please get in touch with Julia Yen from the Auckland office. And last up, so we're back to Wellington again. So a principal policy advisor role. Again, this one has a big focus on working with Māori communities across a range of areas, so social, operational, economic considerations, and looking for someone particularly with the strength in policy analysis and development. For this one, it's not necessary for you to be able to speak to there, but it would be an advantage to have te reo, as well as an understanding and appreciation of te ao Māori. For this one, get in touch with Sophia as well. Okay, so I thought we've, with Top Dog, so our campaign's been running hot, and we've decided to extend the entries. So there's one last chance to be able to get your four-legged friend or mental health champion in the running for some great prizes, and just great to be involved and to show some recognition for your wonderful pooches. So I think we've got a video there just about some of the reasons for holding Top Dog. I'm so excited that it's this time of year again to celebrate our four-legged friends with the Top Dog competition. We wanted to be able to recognise our four-legged friends and the good work that they do, but particularly the impact that they have on mental health and well-being. So if you think your dog has what it takes to take out the prizes this year, be sure to get involved and enter today. You can also follow our campaign through our Insta. Excellent. So thrilled to be joined by Blair Cashin. Blair, tell me a little bit about Hnry and how it began.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me today, Shannon. Really appreciate it. I love the Top Dog idea. I've got a puppy, so I might register her for it as well. So Hnry began nearly 5 years ago now. So started by Claire and James Fuller. They recently came back from the UK and started contracting for the first time. They quickly found that they received a lot of random ACC bills. They weren't saving enough for income tax or provisional tax and GST. So they literally come up with a Google spreadsheet over their boardroom, over their dining room table. And fast forward today, you know, we manage a lot of white collar contractors. We manage a lot of tradespeople, from dog breeders to fishermen and everything in between. And we make sure we have all those taxes paid each and every time they get paid, so they don't have to worry about tax again.
Yeah, beautiful. So I know it can be a bit of a minefield trying to navigate your way through all of that. And definitely, if it was me and I could hand that joy onto someone else, I'd be all for that. Why did you join Hnry?
I joined Hnry about 2 years ago, and previous to that I was working in the recruitment industry for a number of years. And as a recruiter, the benefit of having a contract book was really lucrative, but also there was a real lack of awareness and knowledge around kind of what's required to be a contractor. And as a recruiter, you can't really give any tax advice. So Hnry is kind of designed to really partner with contractors and recruiters to make sure that the new contractors get the right tax advice from the get-go. We're kind of disrupting the traditional accounting market. So we're an accounting software product as well as an accountant. So we file and lodge all their taxes every single time they get paid and file their returns at the end of the year.
Beautiful. Okay, and I'm sure you've had some weird and wonderful stories along the way, but what's been some of the highlights of the Hnry story so far?
Yeah, we've certainly heard everything from tax questions over the years. We get a lot of people, not a lot of people, a few people kind of wanting to claim various things like $5,000 Dyson fans. You just can't claim that as a business expense. But really seeing the growth of the business. So we pay nearly 1% of New Zealand's tax debt to the inland revenue. And the growth of the team from 20 people 2 years ago to just over 70 has been really exciting.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and I guess from back to the either someone who's already in contracting or considering that move, what are some of the challenges that they face, and how can Hnry help?
Yeah, no, great question. I think the way Hnry works is really kind of talk about the technical tax jargon in layman terms. So very easy speak. We make it very easy for people to move from permanent work into contract work, but also really work closely with people if they want to have a side hustle. So we've got lots of dog breeders, cake decorators. They have a perm job on the side as well. So often it's they don't know what they don't know. So for example, a lot of people at the moment are working from home. As a contractor, you can claim a portion of your mortgage interest or your rent, utilities, home and contents insurance, deductions off equipment. So if you needed to buy a laptop, that's all covered. And as simple as taking a photo of that receipt and uploading it, and you'll get that instant tax relief rather than waiting to the end of the year and rummaging through all your receipts.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, obviously, Frog Recruitment is partnering with Hnry, and we're thrilled to be able to offer that service and to help people. Obviously, we can't give advice and are in no position to do so. So it's been great to be able to partner with those who can and do. Do you have any advice for people who are looking at trying contracting for the first time?
Yeah, I think certainly it's around having a good relationship with your recruiter, understanding a little bit more about the market, so what is on offer within your specialisation, and then to get to the nitty-gritty of it all and kind of what it actually means to be a contractor is to simply reach out to us. Shannon and the team have a link that gives straight access to a customer finance team, and we can have a one-on-one conversation with them about their own personal financial situation and just make it really stress-free and less anxious for which can be quite a stressful time in people's lives.
Yeah, especially if you've ever been hit by that surprise ACC bill. Definitely be some keen people to get in touch. So the details there for Blair and Hnry in general on the screen there. And as always, if you're working or contracting through Frog Recruitment, feel free to get in touch with the team here or your consultant, and we'll be able to help you out. Thank you so much, Blair.
Thank you.
Let's go on to see what's been happening in the polls. Okay, so it was all about quiet quitting and quiet firing. This one is a whopper. So we asked, have you experienced quiet firing at work? So remember, that's where you're not actually being fired, but your boss may be making things uncomfortable or difficult for you to the point where you come to the decision to offer your resignation instead of them having to fire you. So again, not a particularly positive move here. and a whopping 83% said, yes, I have experienced that. So very worrying to see there. It's quite surprising as well. So I would think in this market where it's so hard to find good staff and to keep and retain, I would have thought that employers would be doing everything they can to hold on to the staff that they do have. But this poll definitely shows a bit of a worrying trend there. So I'd love to hear about your experiences. Again, feel free to stay anonymous, but to see some of the things that are happening there in that space. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at this week. All right, so on from our theme for a more relaxed dress code post-pandemic. So we're looking at, has your office embraced a more relaxed dress code? Can you turn up to work in your sneakers, or is casual Friday more like casual every day? So we're looking at, yes, it's a lot more casual. No, actually, it's gone the opposite direction. I'll be surprised if there's many results there. Or no, it hasn't really changed post-pandemic. So we'll look forward to seeing the results next week. That is it for today. So look forward to seeing you again the same time next week, Fridays at 12:30. We'll see you then. Ngā mihi nui.